Hi, I'm Joe from Lineup Ninja, and I'm going to show you how to set up the Gleanin integration. Okay, so I've got my demo event here, demo tech show, and we've got some basic settings here like dates and so on. But the interesting stuff for the Gleanin integration is going to be under agenda planning over here. So click on there, and let's first of all just have a look at the data that I want to send to Gleanin. So I've got my list of speakers in here. And that's going to show me speakers' names and headshots, which sessions they're involved in, and so on. So if I look down here, I can see I've got a whole bunch of speakers I want to send across to Gleanin. Gleanin allows you to have different kinds of campaigns. So you can have just the speakers, or you can have speakers and sessions. So it's going to be relevant that I've got my session titles here as well. If we want, we can have a look at the list of sessions down here as well. It's going to show us kind of the corollary. So we've got all the sessions in here, and we can also see which speakers are involved in those as well. So same thing, but the main thing is that we've got all of our data in place here. So next we want to actually set up the integration. So we're going to go into publish agenda, because that's where all the publications and integrations are configured. So when we come in here, we can see I've got some existing publications, but I actually want to create a new integration with Gleanin. So I'll scroll down here to look for the Gleanin one. These are in alphabetical order. Gleanin's down here. To set up the integration, just click on the blue button, and that will bring up the configuration screen. So in this screen, I've got what's the name of the integration. This is what I know it as internally in Lineup Ninja, and then it's asking me for some more information. So it's asking me for an event ID and an API token. I need to get these pieces of information from Gleanin. So let's go across to Gleanin. At the moment, I don't have any events configured in here. So let's create a new one. And it's my demo tech show 2026. And give it some dates. Okay, so that's created my event. Now it's sort of inviting me to create a campaign. And if I check here, first, I can see I don't have any speakers yet, and I don't have any sessions. But what I do have, if I go back to my events page, is I've now got an ID. So this is my event ID, which I need back over in Lineup Ninja. So I can literally just copy and paste this from here. So paste that into event ID. And now I also need this API token. So the event ID is telling Gleanin which event I want to send my speakers and sessions to. The API token is basically, it's like a key that allows me to authenticate with Gleanin and says, I've got permission to send you this data. So I need to go back to Gleanin and get my API key. So you're going to need a Gleanin Pro account for this. And if you have one of those, then you go into My Profile. And then you've got your details, security, and then API tokens here. Click on the little blue plus button. That will generate a new API token. And if you hover over it, it will allow you to copy it. Go back to Lineup Ninja, paste the API token in here. There's a whole bunch of other settings down here that allow you to filter the data and decide what you want to send to Gleanin and what you don't, and so on. I suggest you look at that in your own time and check out the documentation to see more about that. Okay, so I've got my event ID, my API token. I'm just going to click Save. And now it's giving me this yellow message saying, you've got new configuration changes that you need to publish. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is now going to take a little while. It's going to send all of those speaker details across. So it's going to send the speakers, their job titles, company, headshot. And it's going to send the sessions, session titles. Okay, so that's now completed. So it's sent all the data across to Gleanin. If we go and have a look at Gleanin, go back to my events and look at demo tech show. In here, we can now look at the list of speakers. So there we go. We can see we've got all of my, it's about 80 speakers I've got in here. And I can also see the sessions in the session list. And that's also copied across the track as well. So that's great. We've got all our speakers and our sessions across in Gleanin. Now we want to do something useful with it. So we're going to build a campaign. I'm not going to show you how to do that in detail. I will leave you in Gleanin support's capable hands, but I'm going to build one to show you what then happens next. Okay, so I've created a really basic campaign in Gleanin, and one of the things you can do with your Gleanin campaigns is share a link with your speakers. And with the Lineup Ninja integration, we can pull that link out of Gleanin, back into Lineup Ninja, and then you can embed it in your emails that you send to speakers. And the way that works is that Lineup Ninja will ask for that link when it publishes the integration. The first time I published the integration, I didn't have a campaign, so there were no links. So I need to go back to Lineup Ninja and republish. So now my speaker should have some links. Let's go and have a look at them. So here we've got a speaker, Alejandro Garcia. If we click through onto the detail record for him, we can see down at the bottom we've got Gleanin campaign #1 speakers, and that link is unique to Alejandro, so that can be shared with him. He can click on that link and it takes him to his individual assets. If we want to see how you can embed that in an email, let's go back to the speakers list. I'm going to select a few speakers, let's say the first 3. Scroll to the very bottom of this list, and then I'm going to do a bulk action, email the speakers. That's going to pop up the email editor. And down here, I've now got a placeholder that I can use in my email. And those emails will be sent with the correct email for that speaker, so they can then click on that link to go and download all of their assets from Gleanin. Okay, so that should be everything you need to set up the Lineup Ninja Gleanin integration. Give it a try. If you get stuck, check out the docs page, and if that doesn't have the answers that you need, get in touch with support, either support@lineupninja.com or with Gleanin support, and we're more than happy to help. Thanks for watching. Bye.